It's Saturday, the 15th of Feb, and this is your daily crypto news. So, we'll start off with the fact that there was a sizable rug pull that did get me, and this was actually connected to the president of Argentina, Javier Milei. Is that how it's pronounced? So, he's deleted the tweet now, but basically, a token was launched, LIBRA Freedom, last night. It hit a market cap of 4.5 billion. Insiders cash out with 87 million. And then now it's $220 million. So I put in Telegram, I said I didn't think it was valued more than, I didn't think it was valued more than 2 billion. Of course, you don't want to copy and jump into everything. But in some ways, when it comes from a president of a country, you would expect it to be vetted. And clearly it was not vetted. And this was really puts him down in terms of my reputation. I didn't really have much of an opinion of him, but their staff is so silly that they don't screen these kind of tweets, these tweets that can literally extract hundreds of millions of dollars from people. So I mean, this is embarrassing, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, it began with a tweet linking to having a contract, Libra. It was all done on Meteor, set up by the Meteor team as well. So I don't know the Meteor team side of it, and I'm not blaming anyone here. It's, eventually it will be permissionless, but it's set up in a way, I imagine it's done by Meteor team, not in a permissionless manner, they would have set it up. But I guess no one's there saying, hey, cool, so this is legitimate or whatever. It actually ends up hurting Solana significantly, to be perfectly honest. Anyway, this goes through everything if you want to have a read through it. There's a new website, all rubbish. It says 87 million was cashed out, but I believe it was actually more. The chart on the 15 minutes was this. So I kind of got it around here. I actually let it go just under 2 billion. And if we looked at it on the $1 million chart, it looked a little bit nicer. And I put in a little spot position to try and capture this kind of movement. That movement didn't happen. And then I put in a big down 58% or so. I thought, okay, cool. And then I had another one that came all the way down 80% or thereabouts. But yeah, in the end, got wrecked. Lost most of my soul that I had put into that position. So the Libra team cashed out 107 million. So you got to be vigilant here. And here, some of the geese were printing, but they're printing very early on and then they're out. I'll show you one from Chief, who did really, really well. Chief did this one here. 8 minutes, 27 seconds, 101%. So $26,000 made. So good work to Chief. Enough of that news. Let's move on to actual crypto news that's more valuable than a meme coin rugging. So President Trump's crypto czar, David Sachs, says some important announcements on digital assets are coming soon. It's an announcement, which we hate in crypto, but hey, it's better than nothing, I guess. Now, this is all just a bit of bull posting for Bitcoin. I had a very valuable lesson last night. I'll tell you about that at the very end of the video. But I do now see that we're going to go above 100K pretty soon with Bitcoin, and the market will start to lift up. That's my opinion. So BlackRock spot Abu Dhabi, they bought a 437 million. Barclays in the UK, and they are not pro crypto in the UK, owning 131 million worth of Bitcoin ETFs. Crazy. I guess the good thing is if you're buying Bitcoin, it's harder. If you're buying ETFs, it's seen as more legitimate in the eyes of governments, the ones that are not adopting as fast, like the UK government, probably EU as well. Hong Kong Family Office, 600 billion BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF. The state of Wisconsin, they have 321 million in Bitcoin ETF holdings. So there's major product market fit with the ETFs, which is why when the Solana ETF comes out, that's going to be that's not priced in. That is not priced in because it's not guaranteed. The ETH ETF is out, but it is boring people, unfortunately. Publicly traded medical group to buy 1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Kind of not really much news. 1 billion yen is $6.5 million US. But still, world's largest custodian bank, State Street and Citibank. I know Citibank to launch crypto custody services. So my understanding of this is it's not going to be, ETFs. It's you can buy Bitcoin and they will hold the private keys in some sort of Fireblocks cold storage kind of setup. Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill is scheduled for a public hearing, so it's making its way through the bureaucracy system. And enough of the Bitcoin news, which has been very bullish. Let's look at this. Aston Martin, they have partnered with Coinbase. Coinbase is sponsoring them, and this partnership is paid entirely in crypto stablecoins, which is another onboarding thing. And I'm not a football fan. Juventus Football Club, I hope that's pronounced correctly, but I know who they are. Tether invests strategic minority stake in them, and they're worth $2 billion as a team, a massive Italian team. Now onto the actual cryptocurrency market overview. Sol's down a little bit, 195. It picked up to like 199, 200. BTC's wanting to get over 100K, hopefully within a week or so. ETH is struggling hard. I know I say it's struggling hard, and you might think, well, it's not. Well, I'll tell you why at the very end of the video with all the lessons I've learned from a trader. Fear and Greed Index, 50. That's okay, kind of our DCA territory. I'm going to see that we're going to go green soon. That's my not financial advice belief. Then we've got the calendar. Biggest thing here is Meteor Bootcamp. Get amongst it, peeps. I've done it before, a couple of times, I think. It doesn't say the time. I think it might be like 5 p.m. UTC. Get amongst it. Sanctum news. I've already covered this before. An LST for every validator. Validator.com, we are not far away. And I mean, this is a very important thing. The LST stuff needs a whole lot more education. So once I launch, I will pivot. Make sure you watch whatever video is on LST. Otherwise, if there's a depegging, which happens a couple of times a year in some fashion, you will get wrecked. Back to the news of the English bootcamp for Meteor. 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. UTC both days. Then there's Turkish and then there's the French coming up. Well, the French one's coming up, but the Turkish is already done. DYOR, a tentative calendar is being released. This is for the 555 vote calendar. This is Meow's 555 proposal. So the vote was announced. The essay hasn't been posted, so it still needs to be posted. And then the vote starts and there's a dupe rally. So dupe rally is like a planetary call. And then the vote ends. So get amongst it. I'll let you know on Monday though. Cat Symbol content giveaway part 2. Total of 100K has been given away. Congrats to the winners. Managed to secure somewhere in the top 20. So thanks for that. And thanks to all the creators, just putting in a whole lot of effort. I think like Jupiter is oversold right now. So it's undervalued. And the buybacks are going to probably make it so that Jupe will outperform Sol at this point moving forward. It's a big call. I'm going to have a lot more Sol than I have with Jupe, but that's just an idea of what's going to happen. I'm not going to be making a massive amount of content, but I'll create a whole lot of news. Just content takes a whole lot of time, and they have such a strong army of content creators. And I think there's going to be more working groups starting up, and this will just create this massive effect. I have an opinion which I will go through another video, but I think the reason why Meow wanted to have Juperary go again and then also in 2026 is it grows a pie in terms of the active number of community members. Most of them will stake, not cheat it. And then if you can make people rich, you are very successful. You create cult members. I think one reason why Ethereum is so successful in terms of belief, even though they're failing in a sense, the layer 2 fragmentation is really quite difficult to deal with. Playing on BNB chain for Broccoli launch was just horrendous. And that would have been better than most EVMs out there. My point is, Ethereum has created the most amount of millionaires out of any project or stock in history. And so you have the largest amount of cult members. And you can't do the same thing with Jupe because they're not early to the crypto scene. But there will be people that will go and start off with $1,000 worth of Jupe, and they'll stake, accumulate, accumulate, make better trading decisions. They will have $1 million portfolio within a few years. And then if it continues like it could, that could be a $10 million portfolio. And then you'll start to have that real cult mindset kind of started. There's my tangent. All right, Topo's put this out. Staked 1K ME day 1 for 4 years today. 3,200 more ME hit my wallet. Well done. Good work. I didn't do it, but I didn't actually even have 1,000 ME to claim. I had like 250 or something, or really minimal. I'm certainly not bullish on ME at all in any way. I don't, I mean, I think it's a good platform, right, to buy and sell NFTs and whatnot, but the token's just done really poorly. I know some people from the team, like are fantastic people, and I know you can't really control your token, but like if you go and stake now, you're not getting that kind of bonus, so it's probably too late now. And then I think there's probably going to be more sell pressure from all of this ME that's probably going to be sold. There will be a bottom, of course, and then whatever. But I think my overall message is OpenSea, they're doing the airdrop. When you get the airdrop, I don't think the tokenomics are going to be that great. I'm just going to cheat it all. I'm going to GEAT it all, or if I hold a 10% moon bag, fine. With ME, I've held all my ME. I DLMM'd it. It wasn't very good. It's gone down significantly in value. Now, what did I talk about yesterday? Well, I did a call with Katoshi. It's recorded, hopefully be edited today, but could be by Monday. And this was all about just trading. So Katoshi's part of the cadet working group. And this was fantastic. Essentially, it goes over a strategy that works, because if you have to learn support and resistance and triangles and patterns and, order books and all this sort of stuff as your first action, then it's overwhelming. You need something more simple. So he's made many mistakes over many years, or about 4 or 5 years, and he's come up with a strategy which is pretty damn good. Watch that video when it comes out. Suffice to say, from his viewpoint, which the market can always change, he sees that we will pump up soon above 100K for Bitcoin, maybe 105K, which will push up Sol. From there, we need to read the charts again. It's not off to the races. We still have the macro news, which is kind of bearish in terms of tariffs. But this was very interesting, because I learned that as much as I love Bonk has to climb around 50% to even start to look like it's bullish. Peanut is basically over, the Memecoin Peanut. So if you hold any, check out this video and see if that works. It's just a very insightful thing to know the fundamentals of a project like I do, but not really strong with the trading analysis as much. So now kind of marrying the two together, and I'll go off from there. So yeah, watch that video when it comes out, maybe today, maybe Monday. That's all. Make sure you're subscribed. Check out the 2 videos over here for more DeFi news, or DeFi strategies, whatever, and I'll catch you soon.